Don't get stuck early on. Make your first 50, make your first 100, then do the research. Most of my money actually comes from...
Welcome back to another episode, guys. I wanted to just say Joe is an incredible guest. We talked today about YouTube secrets, how to blow up on YouTube. At the very end of this episode, Joe does a full breakdown of two of my YouTube channels as far as analytics go. He breaks down his own viral video and how much money that channel has produced. This interview was jam-packed full of value. Before we start anything in life, I feel like the biggest question is how long does it take to get results?
With videos actually getting like traction, it took me like a year and a half where I'm like, oh, these videos aren't getting like 20 views and they're getting more than that. Really where I was able to monetize and really start like making money from my craft was probably like 3 years into the journey. Once you get AdSense turned on, it's a lot more motivating. More views equal more money. Like,
if you've been on YouTube for any time now, you probably have heard the term evergreen content that never dies. I wanted to ask Joe what his thoughts were on this concept, if it actually is a real thing, and what to do about it if it is.
To find an evergreen topic, it just takes a lot of research in your niche and the types of videos you want to create. A lot of videos that I try to do, especially on YouTube, is go for the longevity. YouTube doesn't have any like serious huge competitors. So let's say our videos are going to be around for the next 20 years. People are still going to be watching poems in 20 years. If you have videos that people are going to care about over the next couple of decades, you're just going to continue to grow.
How much content should we be posting? And how much should we expect to actually grow when we literally have never done this before? Joe, what are your thoughts?
I probably heard this from Sean Cannell. And when I heard this from him, I just kind of bought into it. Just focus on making your first 100 videos, because then you can start evaluating, oh, what's working? What do I enjoy? Then you want to dive into, okay, what are some other channels doing? Make your first 50, make your first 100, then do the research. Another great path is do it for someone else, right? And then you can make those 100 videos for someone else and get paid for those and develop those skills, and then you can do it for yourself. Most of my money actually comes from creating for other people.
I really want to know what the biggest problem with creators is. I mean, there's so many of them, but only so few succeed.
The problem usually is not enough consistency and not enough effort, because that's where you actually learn how to make videos. That's how you actually learn how to make something. As you go, if you get stuck at problems, you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do this. That's when you just go find the answer and you continue to build on that. Don't get stuck early on with just trying to learn everything, because we can't learn everything.
Ooh, it's about to get spicy. You guys are probably wondering how much ad revenue will you personally generate from 1 million views? Joe, start screen sharing.
1,030,000 views, $549, 8,000 subscribers. So this is way under average because my audience is a lot more international.
It's pretty cool that from the one video he's made $500. There's something that, we as creators use. It's called CPMs. Depending on the niche that you're in, you will probably generate more money if you're in the business niche, depending on the actual ads that are run towards your channel. Some will probably get $1,000 for 1 million views just based on the CPMs alone. The question then becomes, should you focus about the money or should you just create the content?
I actually think it is a good idea to kind of make it about money, because creating takes a lot of time. Early on, you have to be patient to realize, oh, okay, it's going to take a while to make money from. I mean, we all need money to pay our bills and to live and to survive. So it's not bad to want money.
If you guys remember when I talked to Mark Savant, we were talking all about AI automation and using AI to actually enhance the stuff that you're doing.
If you're going to use AI for any part of your journey, you have to have some human element into it. Okay, yeah. You can go and chat GPT and write a video script, and then you can read it, or you can read it in a microphone and have a faceless video, but it's not going to feel super deep and personal.
I have a conspiracy though. I think that eventually when the singularity happens and AI start to become conscious, the biggest problem will be upon us.
I'm just against the idea that ChatGPT can ever write a better poem than Robert Frost or Emily Dickinson, or to write a better movie script than The Godfather. And maybe that's inevitable. Maybe some of these softwares will progress to that way. At the end of the day, if I came to a conclusion that an AI platform could write better poetry than a human could, I'm going to go focus on something else.
But what's the biggest problem with AI?
The only part that actually scares me is the existential part where it's like, oh, the robots might actually kill us. That actually scares me. Or that they enslave us or whatever weird thing. That's probably just as bad. I don't want to be living in some Terminator Matrix world.
Please. Let's pray to God that that doesn't happen.
First, like focus on trying to get around the right people and learn from the right people, even if that's virtually. Once I started getting clients that I was consistently getting paid for, I'm like, oh, no sense doing free work where I can learn from someone else who are in the same shoes and get paid. I'm going to make these certain few videos and then we're done. Then they will ask, well, can you do more? I'm like, yeah, here's my rates.
Having been in the content game for 7 years, I've reached the point where I realize that it can't just be about me. To actually go ahead and get a deeper impact, I probably should start collaborating.
First of all, collaboration is at any level, right? Sometimes there would be a video that I was making and I would just say, my brother who doesn't do anything with the video, hey, I need someone to film this. Can you hold it the camera here? And I'll go back and forth and check, make sure everything looks good. And next level would be like finding other friends that are creative, the type of collaborating where you're both on the screen together, what we're doing now, figuring out what people want. Some of the best collaborations I've done and some huge interviews I've got were because I do a lot of interviewing actors and they're kind of in the mode where they want to promote something at that moment. So if you find people like that, you're going to get yeses that you didn't think you would.
This is the point in the video where Joe actually goes ahead and audits my channels. The first one is my personal channel that I upload all the YouTube videos on that you always see. And the second one is Beast Facts. His opinions on both of these channels are really, really profound. Try to apply some of these principles to your own channels.
Immediately off the bat, just tell me your thoughts as far as thumbnails go without even like looking, and titles. Where would you improve? What would you fix?
First of all, with profile picture and banner image, it looks really good. The biggest critique I would say is like things can pop a little bit, but some of them feel a little generic. Click on the most popular. I'm curious on which, for example, the Who Am I one that probably that was your trailer. Yeah. You're wrong about credit cards. Even that you could be a little bit more specific. You're definitely headed on the right path. I'm curious though to see. Can I see your other channel?
So this one has 5,000 subscribers. And it's funny that you said you haven't really seen anyone do anything like fully shorts. We don't have any long form videos, and they're all shorts. So the most viewed video, 4.2 million views, which is funny because your channel has way more subscribers than ours. And as far as total views, I think we're 5 million.
Mr. Beast, you're killing it. You have some massive videos already. I can tell these are interesting videos. These are videos that most people are going to watch. People recognize who Mr. Beast is. I think the next phase is for you is eventually it's going to be how do you funnel into something more than just AdSense.
This is good because we actually have a drop shipping store that we just started. It's literally beastfacts.com, and we've been playing around with some beast related products. We're trying to create it specifically so there's like memes that only the inside community would know. So we're gonna get these are like only audience related. What are your thoughts?
And then obviously you have to be aware of what's the legal part of it. I think like another way to kind of bring it from just Mr. Beast to attaching you would be like reacting to something, whatever type of commentary you want to make, building people into like actually that are there for not just Mr. Beast, but for you as well.
If you think it deserves it, make sure you give it a like, a subscribe, and maybe do both. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.